Hey y'all, this video we're going to be talking about week 6 mystery powders. So this is 5th grade fall week 6. This is starting our chemistry unit, which is super exciting because the chemistry stuff is always fun. That's like what true science experiments are founded on. So it's super exciting to start with this one. This is one of my favorites and it's one of the kids' favorites. They're all going to love it. So mystery powders. So you're going to start the lesson by explaining the difference between physical and chemical changes or substance. It's changes, like substance changes. So make sure you go through some examples and they understand that physical is just like a phase change or like a color change, or and then chemical is like more so when two things are combined and a new chemical is created. So make sure that they have that down because that comes up for a couple weeks after, so that's a very important vocab to know. And then you're going to be doing the crazy chemistry, and then they're going to be filling out whether they thought that it was a physical or chemical change. So you have these wells that are going to have 6 different wells in them, and then there was enough to do them per table group for me. It depends on how many you receive and how big your classrooms are, but it's going to be in groups for sure. And they have 6 different powders or substances, and the way I would do it, because it's fun for them to guess which one is which, so I would write them all on the board in no order. So like, for example, I think 2 of them are salt and diaper polymer, instant snow, the little gel crystals, and magic sand. Those are definitely some of them. So if I had those 5, I would write them, and Alka-Seltzer, that's the last one. I would write them all on the board in no order, like not in the order that I was giving them to, because it's going to be mixed up because they're trying to guess. So write all the words out so that they know what their options are. That's kind of like their word bank. And then make sure in your head you know which order you're going in. So like an easy way for me to do it was if I started at the bottom and went up kind of deal. It's just so you can not get confused with yourself. And then you're going to pass out one at a time. So using the spoons that you're given, you put one in each table's well. So like well number, you say like this is well number 1, and like in my head I'm like, okay, I know this one's instant snow, but they don't know which one it is. I hope this explanation is making sense. And then you can even like label them in a separate piece of paper for yourself, so you know which order you're going in for yourself, so that when they ask you can give them the correct answer. So you're going to do that one at a time. So then be like, okay, this one's well number 2, because they're going to be filling out their chart at the same time. So they're going to be describing the physical properties so they can feel it. Make sure that they're using all their senses except taste. Please do not let them taste these, but I would let them feel it. I would let them smell it. I would let them see it, describe it with their eyes, and I guess there's nothing to hear, but make sure they're not tasting it. And they should be describing all of these things down, and then after you've gone through the 6 of them, they're going to be using the little water droplets to drop some water onto them, and then after that they're going to be describing what it looks like or what happened, and then they're going to be guessing whether it was a physical or chemical change. There's only one that's a chemical change, which is kind of a bummer, and it's the Alka-Seltzer. But the other ones are really exciting to look at, and they really just like honestly enjoy the mixing of things and how things change. Like the instant snow is always a hit because it becomes really soft and really big. It's a very messy one, so make sure you leave time at the end to clean up. Timing is important. This is like the first one where I feel like the whole time is used to the minute, so make sure after you've gone through the definitions, start passing out pretty immediately. No videos necessary for this. You can describe kind of what atoms and molecules are if you want to, and introduce the topic of chemistry since it is a new unit, but make sure that you get into the experiment pretty soon. And then my kids always at the end, guaranteed they're going to ask if they can mix all of the 6 together. I always let them, using the little droplets. And it's also a good idea to demo the droplets, so you squeeze, put it in your substance, release, and then lift. It helps to go through that with them because it's the first introduction to the little droplets. And then make sure that if they do choose to mix it all together, that they are all cleaning up their own. It's not your job to clean it up. The teachers could get a little frazzled if it's not clean. So make sure that they are doing it on paper towels, not all over their desks. Make sure they have enough time to clean it up. And then make sure it's crucial that you go over the answers in this one and get to a conclusion and observations, because you should go through each one and be like, okay, was this physical or chemical change? It might seem redundant, but it's necessary because they need to understand which one varied out of the 6. And rather than just like growing or being fun to look at, or like most of them just get a little bit bigger, it's important that the Alka-Seltzer, like, it bubbles, which means it's an indicator of chemical change. So you can express how that like was how you knew. And then other than that, just have fun with it. Like, this is honestly a really great one, and they get to be like kind of like detectives and learn more about chemistry.